From William Rowland Stadium on the campus of California Lutheran University, it's the 2022 Smudge Pot Trophy game featuring the University of Redlands and the California Lutheran University Kingsmen. It's a tradition that has gone back to 2012, in which the Cal Lutheran Kingsmen took the first ever Smudge Pot Trophy from the University of Redlands, and then from the upcoming years, they have not won since, looking for their first victory over Redlands in 10 years. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Logan Sofranka with you on the ICLU radio broadcast as we're just moments away from kickoff. California Lutheran University entering today with a little bit of a winning streak, and they're looking pretty solid in the SCIAC, but they have their first real test in the Redlands Bulldogs. But don't let that 0-4 record that Redlands enters today with deceive you. Their schedule has been insanely hard, but this is a big test for the Kingsmen and a big test for Redlands. Redlands has been absolutely spectacular on Cal Lutheran's front. I mean, you said it, we said it ourselves. They have not defeated Cal Lutheran has not defeated Redlands in 10 years. And you look at the numbers in the 21st century, California Lutheran University in the 21st century, 7 wins and 15 losses to Redlands. So something has been going right for Redlands because they're always nationally ranked. They win the SCIAC. They average 8 or 9 wins per season. So it's only a matter of time before Cal Lutheran finally grabs one from Redlands. But Cal Lutheran, they've been playing some great football. They had one against Whittier. They've been on the road the past 2 weeks. They took on Whittier, and just last week they also were up away. And you know, we talk about the way Cal Lutheran has been rebuilding their culture, but Nick Lasher, the senior, has been absolutely fantastic. He is going to be under center today, enters today with 14 touchdowns, just 4 interceptions, and 1,233 yards on the season. And he's currently second in the SCIAC with yards per game with 246. So he's doing something right, and he is trailing to who? Nathaniel Espinoza of the Chapman Panthers, who is absolutely fantastic. I mean, he almost broke a school record the first time he was at California Lutheran University in a non-conference SCIAC matchup, even though Chapman and Cal Lutheran are in the SCIAC and they played together. So something on the line there. As far as tonight's matchup with Redlands and Cal Lutheran, Redlands, who enters today 0-4, the schedule has been absolutely ridiculously hard for them. But they have had some promise in recent years as they run across their side of the field on the end zone. You can hear the Redlands crowd react. They got the American flag. They're in their gray pants and their white road uniforms. The Kingsmen in their all-purple here at William Rowland Stadium. It's the first home game since September 17th in which the Kingsmen played Puget Sound at 11 in the morning. And the Redlands fans are nice and loud here at William Rowland Stadium. The Kingsmen, they're going to be taking the field in just a couple of minutes, but Cal Lutheran, who enters today with a pretty solid offense, but something that Redlands comes into today is a solid offense as well. But you talk about the way the fourth down conversions have been. It's something so rudimentary and so simple, but Cal Lutheran, they've been very solid on fourth down this year, including some scores on fourth down. I mean, you look at the fourth down efficacy for Cal Lutheran, 5 for 11. That's a 45% efficacy rate. But you go to Redlands, Redlands is 1 for 8. That's 13.3 efficacy, and that is how you win football games, especially with Cal Lutheran. They've gotten touchdowns from the fourth down drive because they say, you know what, we're inside the 30. Let's go ahead and send it, even though they have a trustworthy kicker in Daniel Burgos, who has realistically taken over the full duties this year. Last year they had Myers at kicker, but Burgos has been absolutely fantastic. You talk about the field goals. He made a couple just a couple weeks back in which actually won the game for the Kingsmen out in Texas. It was a 17-14 victory, but the Kingsmen are getting ready to run through the tunnel right here. And something that the Kingsmen have been so excited about is the ovation and reception they've gotten from their fans. They love playing at William Rowland Stadium. It has been loud here, and here come the captains like they normally do. The captains for the Kingsmen, Gabe Hernandez, Nick Lasher, Isaiah Martin, and Pete Mitchell getting ready for the coin toss, and we're going to step aside before the Kingsmen run through the tunnel as both squads will meet at midfield for the coin toss. Just moments away from kickoff here on ICLU Radio, your campus station. Back here at William Rowland Stadium on the ICOU radio broadcast, Logan Sanfranco taking you through all the action. The Kingsmen will kick off from the left side of the field to the right side of the field. Redlands will have their first opportunity with their offense as they look to get things going. Back deep to receive for the Redlands Bulldogs, the mascot of University of Redlands. It is one of the stellar wide receivers for University of Redlands. It's Evan Agwan. He's back there along with Kalel Alicia Arambols. Alicia Arambols back there with Agwan. Daniel Burgos getting ready to kick things away for the Kingsmen. And there's the whistle. 15 minutes on the clock. Quarter number 1. The 2022 Smudge Pot Trophy game. It is great to have you with us. Burgos into the kick, up into the air, and we are underway. And it is fielded at the 5-yard line, up towards the middle, across the 15, getting to the outside, gets a block at the 20, breaks a tackle, brought down at the 16-yard line. Penalty marker flies. And the Kingsmen will look to play some defense right here, marked down at the 26-yard line. And we await the penalty. So it's a block in the back is the actual call. It's on University of Redlands. It's going to push him back just a little bit more. Alicia Arambols was the return man. He brought it to about the 26-yard line, but the 11-yard line is where it's going to be brought and then back to the 16-yard line for the Bulldogs. So now here's Miles Herrera under center for the Bulldogs. The 5'9" senior from Redlands East Valley. Alicia Arambols in the backfield. 4 receivers set. Herrera takes the snap, hands it off. Alicia Bowles up the middle at the 20-yard line, tackled at the 21. And a solid first down gain. 14:43 to go in quarter number 1. Defense for the Kingsmen doesn't really change too much. Pete Mitchell, the captain, is on the field as well. Lining up again, the near side cornerback is John Lopez. They have Keshawn Charles one-on-one. Herrera takes the snap, drops back. Throws one to the 25-yard line. Tackle is made by Jelani Blade, and he breaks up the pass. It's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 from the Redlands 21-yard line. Good play there by Jelani Blade. Jelani Blade, who's really been tearing it up here in these recent games. He got another interception on the road. He had the first Kingsman interception on the season. That was back against Chapman, which was the first home game of the 2021 campaign. Herrera with 3 receivers set. Alicia Knowles goes into the wideout slot. Herrera takes the snap, airs one out, pass is caught at the 30, breaking a tackle, 30 across to the 35, and tackled at the 36-yard line. Redlands gets a first down. Caleb Hayden. So it's going to be 1st down and 10 with 14:10 to go on a running clock at the 35-yard line. Redlands with 10 touchdowns on the season for offense, 75 points, and they get about 18 points a game as Alicia Arambols is in the backfield again with 4 receivers set for the Bulldogs. Herrera takes the snap, drops back to the 27, looks to his left, throws to his left, pass is caught by Alicia Arambols at the 40-yard line, tackled right at the 40s where they're going to put him. It's a solid gain of 5 for the sophomore from Westfield, Indiana. 3 games played, 18 rush, and 100 yards. That gets about 33 per game. He got 16, which is as long, and he also has 1 reception as a receiver for 15 yards. 13:25 to go, running clock. 4 receivers set again. Herrera takes the snap, hands it off to Alicia Arambols up the middle, and he is tackled for a gain of about 2 at the 42-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and short. So they get Devin Gooseby on the tackle there for the Kingsmen. So it's going to be 3rd down and short from the 42-yard line with 13:03 to go. Here in quarter number 1, Herrera looking over to the far side bench. The Redlands bench on the far side away from us, on the other side of the Cal-Lu logo. The Kingsmen bench near side where the fans in the stands are. Herrera takes the snap on 3rd down and short, drops back, pressure coming, steps up, rolling to his left, getting to the near side, gets to the outside across the 42, takes a big hit, and penalty markers in, and the big hit was on one of the Redlands players. It was on Alicia Arambols. He laid a big hit there on Randall Vogt. 2 flags came in on the near side. It was about a 1-yard pickup on the quarterback keep by Miles Herrera. We'll see what this penalty marker is, as one came in on the hit. It was right around the 41-yard line, and here's the call. So personal foul, a blindside block on Alicia Arambols for Redlands. And the Kingsmen elect to not take the penalty. So it's going to be 4th down and short from the 43-yard line. And we talked about it in the open, how poor Redlands has been on 4th down. So they're just going to send the punting unit out. 1 for 8 on 4th down this season with a 13% efficacy rate. Big defensive stance there for the Kingsmen. Not just a big defensive stance, but they looked really solid out there. Good tackles. Jelani Blade making the pass deflection. 12:42 to go here in quarter number 1. So the punter is Vicente Garcia, who's also the place kicker for the Bulldogs. Back deep for the Kingsmen at the 10-yard line is Dante Coxum, ready to return it. 4th down and 2. Here's the long snap. Vicente sends it way up into the air. Dante Coxum backing up at the 7-yard line, elects to let it go into the end zone for a touchback. So the Kingsmen, with 12:22 to go in quarter number 1, will set up shop just beyond the 20-yard line. And now here comes Nick Lasher. Nick Lasher, who yielded way a little bit last week at Whittier to Hector Gonzalez, his backup, allowed Gonzalez to get 39 yards with 1 touchdown, where he went 5 for 7. So the Kingsmen are going to set up shop. Some solid field position, as one could say, getting a touchback. They start at their own 20-yard line, 1st down and 10. Isaiah Martin, the lone running back for the Kingsmen. Dallas Martin lined up in the near side with Julio Angel. Jaden Klein, the tight end. And then the far side receiver is Jawan Thomas. As Lasher on 1st down and 10 takes the snap, fakes to his left, rolls to his right, fires one, and it is caught by Jawan Thomas, or correction, Dallas Martin. He hauls it in at the 39-yard line for a Kingsman 1st down with 12:15 to go, and very quickly the Kingsmen move the sticks. As the Kingsmen have been pretty solid on 1st down this season. 2,027 total yards of offense. They've been solid on 3rd down, they've been solid on 4th down and 1st down. They've been converting and they've been clicking. Anthony Lugo says this past 2 weeks has been a big test for the Kingsmen. 3 receivers set, 1st down and 10 from the 40. Lasher takes the snap, hands it off to Isaiah Martin. Isaiah Martin across the 40 at the 42-yard line, and he breaks some tackles. He's tackled at the 44-yard line for a moderate, as one could say, 1st down gain. It's a gain of about 3. So now it's going to be 2nd down from, they mark it at the 44-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 6 officially with 11:30 to go in quarter number 1. Well, Dallas Martin with his first reception on the day set the Kingsmen up right around midfield. So 2nd down and 6 from the 44. Martin in the backfield with Lasher. Jaden Klein set up behind Ryan Kircher. He comes in motion from right to left. Lasher takes the snap, drops back, airs one out to the far sideline. Pass is hauled in by Julio Angel right around midfield at the 49-yard line. And it's enough for a 1st down. The far side judge jumps in and says it's a 1st down. It was right at the 1st down marker. So the Kingsmen get another trip where they get to move the chains with 10:55 to go here in quarter number 1. They've been pretty solid on 1st down thus far. And there's the 1st down chant that everybody just loves to hear. Gets everyone super excited. And they've been perfect on 1st down thus far. The opening drive for the Kingsmen. Kingsmen entered today 3-2 overall. Martin dances around and lines up into the far side slot as Lasher takes the snap and drops back. Airs a deep ball out to the far sideline, and it is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Stanley Asiegbu. So no dice, 2nd down and 10 from midfield. Asiegbu, the senior from Houston, who has 1 touchdown reception on the season, does have just 5 receptions and touches with 125 yards. And that touchdown that he scored on the opening week, it was a pretty modest gain, if you will. Went for plus 30 yards. Dallas Martin not even in the huddle. He's already lined up in the near side one-on-one with the cornerback Jaden Michaels. Jawan Thomas, far side receiver for the Kingsmen. 10:21 to go. Clock is stopped. Klein comes in motion. Lasher set up at the 45, takes the snap, pocket collapsing. He's got to do something with it. He airs it out. It's caught by Juwan Thomas, and he breaks a couple of tackles, 45 inside the 45-yard line, and he is tackled at the 43. So it'll be third down and short. Boy, Lasher was able to get rid of that before trouble happened. Pocket was collapsing quick, so he's able to get it. It's now third down and 3 with under 10 to go in a running clock in quarter number 1. 9:55 to go. Connor Matzke is now on as the near side receiver for the Kingsmen. Likewise with Johnny Borjas. So from right to left, Matzke, Borjas, Angel. No receivers left on the left side. Isaiah Martin in the backfield. Lasher takes the snap, drops back. Airs one out for the first down. The pass is dropped by Johnny Borjas. Johnny Borjas at the 35-yard line could not haul in what would have been a first down ball. So the Kingsmen face fourth down, and they're sending the punting unit out, it looks like. And they were ready. Oh, man, they were ready. So now the Kingsmen will get ready to send this one back as Evan Agwan, who's the kick return man and the punt return man. So 9:31 to go here in quarter number 1. Fourth down and 3. Here's the snap. The kick is going to be pinned inside. Agwan lets it bounce. And it takes a bounce right at the 10, goes all the way down to the 6. And that's where it's going to stop, right around the 7-yard line with 9:19 to go in quarter number 1. We talked about Redlands coming into today 0 for 4 on their respective divisions and matches, but Cal Lutheran 3-2. They've been solid. They've been on a little bit of a streak, a winning streak per se, after losing back-to-back games on two-point conversions. One in which they lost by the other team getting it, that being Washington, or I beg your pardon, Texas, and then the next week them going for a two-point conversion and it not working. Miles Herrera takes the snap, hands it off up the middle to Alicia Arambols, who gets a modest gain across the 10, marked down at the 13-yard line. And that's how you do it on first down. It'll be second down and about 5 with 9:05 to go here in quarter number 1. Kingsman got Gabe Hernandez along with John Lopez. Jelani Blade, the lone safety right now. Randall Vogt took a big hit there that pushed the Redlands Bulldogs even back. Herrera with 2 running backs in the backfield takes the snap, keeps it himself, 15, and slides at the 17-yard line, right at the sticks. That's enough for a first down for Redlands. First down and 10 from the 18-yard line officially with 8:30 to go. That's a solid play there. I mean, you talk about the IQ. Miles Herrera came into today with 701 yards. He's got 6 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, a 131 passer rating coming into today. Alicia Arambols in the backfield as Herrera takes the snap, throws one out to the far sideline. Pass is caught down the sideline at the 45, breaking a tackle, 40, 45, midfield, and that's where he's going to get tackled. Randall Vogt made the tackle right there on Greg Padgett. So it's first down and 10 from the 49-yard line, still in Redlands territory. Clock on a run, 8 minutes to go in quarter number 1. And that was a disastrous play for the Kingsmen. Broken tackles, and Randall Vogt was able to get in. Greg Padgett, the junior from Washington, came into today with 40 yards and 1 touchdown. As Herrera on first down and 10 takes the snap. Little jet sweep by Agwan. Agwan across midfield, tackled at the 46-yard line. Yeah, the tackle is made for a modest gain for the Redlands Bulldogs. Tackle is made by Jordan Gonzalez. So it's a 4-yard gain with 7:35 to go. So it's right set up at the 48-yard line. So it's a second down and 6 effort coming up from the Bulldogs. Well, Miles Herrera is 4th in the SCIAC with yards per game with 175. 4th in touchdowns with 6 entering today. He takes the snap, throws one to the far sideline, pass is complete, and it's a first down for the Bulldogs. It's the tight end, Michael Mindich. And the Redlands bench loves it. It's another first down with a running clock at 7:10. And that's going to move the chains. First down and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 40-yard line, now in Kingsman territory. Sun fully set here at William Rowland Stadium. As we get further into October, the lights are going to be on sooner here at William Rowland Stadium. Alicia Aaron Bowles, the lone running back. 3 receivers set near side for the Bulldogs, 1 far side. He takes the snap, airs one out to the far sideline, and it's called in by the tight end Mindich again at the 30-yard line. Breaks a tackle, and he's at the 28-yard line for the Bulldogs, and they're feasting with Mindich. The big senior with 155 yards. It's another first down for the Bulldogs, and they were going quick. It is first down and 10 from inside the 30-yard line. So it's at the 29-yard line, as read by William Rowland Stadium public address announcer Jim Carlisle. Just 2 receivers set for the Bulldogs. Herrera takes the snap, pressure coming, airs one out to the end zone, and it is caught for the touchdown. Grant Cheney. And the Bulldogs take a 6-0 lead with 6 minutes and 12 seconds to go in quarter number 1. An absolute dime to Grant Cheney. Cheney's first touchdown on the season, and that is Miles Herrera's 7th passing touchdown on the year, as Vicente Garcia will line up for the point after. So 6-0 the score. Vicente takes some steps to his left. Placeholder sends it up, and Garcia's PAT is good. So the Kingsmen, after a big defensive stance on the opening drive, surrender 7 to the Bulldogs, and it was a pretty solid drive, and they went solely to their tight ends. The tight ends were the story right there. I mean, to talk about the way the tight ends were being active. Brady Welch wasn't really there, but Grant Cheney being used. I mean, realistically, Michael Mindich is not listed as a tight end, but they line him up like a tight end should be lined up. Right on the line. Blocking, coming out. Absolutely fantastic. So now the Redlands Bulldogs with 6:12 to go have a 7-0 lead. I mentioned the Smudge Pot Trophy game. It is the 10th year anniversary of this tradition, a tradition in which the citrus industries of Ventura County and San Bernardino County are being represented. We'll get you a little more on the Smudge Pot Trophy history in just a little bit, as Brendan Marmion is the kicker as he sends it up into the air. Dallas Martin and Dalen Wilson are there. Dalen Wilson fields it at the 2-yard line, 10, 15, up the middle, gets a block. Dalen Wilson at the 25, tackled at the 26-yard line. Well, he was one broken tackle away from perhaps sending that thing to the house. So the Kingsmen will try and respond as they trail by 7 with 6 minutes and 7 seconds remaining here in quarter number 1. So it's going to be first down and 10 from the 20. He's going towards the 25-yard line. And that is indeed where they'll set up. So it's essentially a touchback for the Kingsmen. Well, the Kingsmen, who are on a 3-game winning streak, and they're looking to keep this thing rolling against a SCIAC opponent like the University of Redlands. Isaiah Martin, the lone running back. Lasher takes the snap, hands it off to Martin. Martin up the middle, across the 30, across the 35, and he's tackled at the 36-yard line. It's a Kingsman first down with 5:59 to go here in quarter number 1. Another first down for the Kingsmen. There's that first down call that the Kingsmen fans love to do. That's their 3rd first down of the game today. Redlands, they just finished their 2nd drive of the day. It's 7 first downs after wrapping up that sequence. Lasher in the shotgun with Martin in the backfield. 3 receivers set, Jawan Thomas far side. Lasher takes the snap, hands it off to Martin. Martin up the middle, gain of about 2, tackled at the 38-yard line. That's right around where they're going to spot him, so it's a very tiny gain, if a gain of 1 or 2. And it is going to be 2nd down and 8 from the 38-yard line in Kingsman territory. With 5:14 to go, Redlands on top, 7-0 over Cal Lutheran. Cam Jones lined up in the near side wideout position for the Kingsmen. Lasher takes the snap. Lasher with the pocket collapsing, and Lasher is sacked at the 25-yard line. Brought down by Jax Lee with 4 minutes and 45 seconds to go. It's 3rd down and about a mile from inside the 30-yard line. Lasher doesn't get sacked too many times, but Jax Lee comes around and gets his first sack of the season for the Bulldogs. So it's now 3rd down and long from the 28-yard line. 3 receivers set near side. Lasher in I formation, takes the snap. Lasher airs one out to the middle of the field. Pass is caught by Juwan Thomas across the 40, trying to break some more tackles, and he's tackled at the 44-yard line. So it'll be 4th down and 2. Good pickup there by Juwan Thomas with 4:05 to go here in quarter number 1, and the Kingsmen not even messing around. They're going to send the punting unit out. So another 3 and out for the Kingsmen. Kingsmen, who are very successful on 4th down, elect to not even try it this time. And this is one that is right around midfield, but Redlands offense that's so powerful that has a history with Cal Lutheran. Kingsmen are budging. Here's the snap, the kick, up into the air. Agwan back deep, and it takes a bounce out of bounds at the 16-yard line with 3:28 to go. So the Redlands Bulldogs, who just put up 7 on the Kingsmen, are going to try and get some more points here, and a whistle and a stoppage of play from the far side official, and they're going to chat things over right around the 30-yard line. Packed house here. It's the first home game for the Kingsmen since September 17th, in which they played the Puget Sound Loggers and defeated them at 11 a.m. in the morning. It was one of the earlier games of the season, the earliest game, but the rest of the year they're going to be 7 p.m. start times here at William Rowland Stadium with just 3 home games left. So the officials still chatting it up. Here's the call on the field. No flags, so we'll see what they say. So we couldn't quite hear what it was. There was no flag on the field, but it's a 5-yard penalty that pushes the Bulldogs offense just a little bit closer to their end zone as they're moving from the right side of the field to the left side of the field. So essentially that punt would go for a kickoff touchback because they're going to set up shop from the 25-yard line. Redlands in their own territory. 3:28 to go here in quarter number 1. Logan Sofrenko with you on the ICLU radio broadcast. So great to have you with us. Redlands, with their 3rd sequence on offense, are looking to get more points on the board as they currently lead 7-0 with 3 minutes and 28 seconds remaining. Herrera takes the snap. Handoff up the middle across the 35 at the 40 and brought down at the 39-yard line. Andrew Kellstrom was on the carry, and we'll see where they officially mark him. It's a 1st down for the Bulldogs, and they officially spot him at the 38-yard line. Well, Kellstrom is 4th in rushing yards in the SCIAC with about 50 per game, as it's now 1st down and 10 from the Bulldogs' 38-yard line. 3:05 to go. Herrera takes the snap, hands it off. Kellstrom up the middle, across the 40, across the 43, still going, brought down at the 44-yard line. Modest 1st down gain for the Redlands running backs. Kellstrom enters today with 201 total yards, 2 touchdowns. Does have a fumble on the year, so something that the Kingsmen perhaps saw on film, and they said, we could probably strip the ball from this kid. So 2:35 to go, clock running. 2nd down and 4 from the 44-yard line. 1 receiver set near side, that is Caleb Haddon. Miles Herrera just looks over to the far bench where the Redlands Bulldogs are set up in their road white uniforms and their gray pants and their black helmets. Herrera takes the snap, drops back, airs one out to the middle of the field, and the pass is broken up. He was trying to hit in the slot and in the flat Seth Weller, but it was actually deflected by one of the Kingsmen linemen, brought down by Justice Frobes. He batted it down at the defensive line. So with 2:15 to go in quarter number 1, it's 3rd down and 4 from the 44-yard line. Now 2 receivers set near side. And the crowd, they're getting into it as the 1st quarter starts to wind down. Herrera takes the snap, drops back, airs one out to the middle of the field. It's caught, and he breaks a tackle across the 40 at the 35-yard line, inside the 25, breaking another tackle at the 15, brought down at the 10. And it's a big first down for the Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs are threatening again with under 2 to play here in quarter number 1. And the Bulldogs, they're going fast. Officially first down and 10. And goal, I should say, from the 10-yard line. As Herrera drops back, he takes a snap, pressure coming, he throws it to nobody. He's inside the pocket, he's hit. We'll see if there's intentional grounding as the far side official comes in. Giving some pressure was Devin Gooseby. He was thrown to nobody, and there's the flag. That is intentional grounding. Herrera was inside the hash marks, and there was no receiver in the area. He was throwing it to the far side, and nobody was there. So not only is it a lengthy penalty, but it's also a loss of downs. Going back to that long gain that set the Bulldogs up where they are right now, it was Joseph Rosales who made the reception. Rosales, the junior from Arizona. So it's second down and 25. You got the 10 and the 15-yard. It's actually the first down marker at the 1-yard line as Herrera takes the snap. Airs one out to the middle of the field. It's caught by Aguan at the 20. Still on his feet, across the 15, breaking some more tackles, and he's tackled inside the 15-yard line with a minute and a half to go in quarter number 1. So with him getting it done, Aguan, we talked about the yards, 295 coming into today. It's been absolutely lethal. So it's another third down for the Kingsman defense. Essentially a third down and 12 scenario. Set up at the 15-yard line. Herrera with an empty backfield. Takes the snap. Airs one out to the end zone. Aguan trying to get there, but he makes the catch at the 4-yard line, and he's brought down inside the 5. And there is an injured Kingsman in the backfield. It is Jacob Murillo. And it's going to be an injury timeout with 53 seconds remaining. We'll step aside. You're listening to ICLU Radio, your campus station. So back here at William Rowland Stadium out of the timeout, 4th down and 2. Herrera was looking for the end zone but came up empty. He instead went to Aguan at the 2-yard line, and Anthony Lugo charging onto the field, and he wants a timeout. 40 seconds to go, 4th down and 2. And it's a timeout for the Kingsmen. Well, we'll give you a little history on the Smudge Pot Trophy game, which hasn't really been around that long. It has been around since 2012, where the Kingsmen actually took the first ever Smudge Trophy Pot game, where they defeated the Redlands Bulldogs, and it was a tribute to the citrus industries in San Bernardino County and out here in Ventura County. Redlands being out in San Bernardino County, of course. Basically, the trophy is whatever you want it to be. It was donated by one of the sponsors back in 2012, and basically what it entails is you can do whatever you want to it. You can decorate it, you can paint it, you can put stickers on it, whatever you want, but Redlands brought it with them today in their respective maroon colors, and if the Kingsmen win this game today, they're going to paint over it. And I was talking to Sports Information Director Ryan Jorgensen about the coating. Does that mean that the paint just goes on top of each other? But it seems like the Bulldogs haven't really had to change it because, as you mentioned, ever since that 2012 matchup, Redlands has kind of owned Cal Lutheran since then. Cal Lutheran would like to own Redlands right here as the Bulldogs are in the red zone. 4th down and 2. 40 seconds to go. Redlands on top, 7-0. Herrera takes the snap, hands it off, and it's a touchdown as he crosses the goal line. Andrew Kellstrom. The Bulldogs take a 13-0 lead with 36 seconds to go here in quarter number 1, and the Bulldogs are absolutely feasting right now. Kellstrom has his 3rd touchdown on the season, and Vicente Garcia will line up for the point after, trying to make this a 14-point game. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is right through the uprights for a made point after. So, with 36 seconds to go here in quarter number 1, it is 14-0 with Redlands leading on top of Cal Lutheran. Well, going back to the Smudge Pot Trophy game and just seeing what it was, we actually got to see it pregame and see what it looked like, and actually got to feel it, and that thing felt weird. It felt like, I know Redlands has owned Cal Lutheran in the last 9 matchups, but it felt like there was a lot of pain over it. And it's weird. That's the traditions that happen. This was a match that took place later in the season last year, but it's the first home SCIAC matchup for the Kingsmen here at William Rowland Stadium. They'll have one against Pomona, and they'll also have one against Chapman as that one sails away. The kickoff, that is. Dalen Wilson fields it at the 5-yard line. Dalen Wilson across the 15, trying to get to the far side, trying to reverse the field. Still at the 15, across the 20, makes a cut, 25, and he's tackled at the 28-yard line. And the Bulldogs, they needed that tackle because Dalen Wilson almost got free as he will get tackled with 27 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. So Nick Lasher and the Kingsmen offense, they got to get something going against this Redlands defense, who coming into today has 3 interceptions, 2 fumble recoveries, now 9 sacks because we saw that sack from Jax Lee, and they allow 26 points per game, which is one of the lowest marks in SCIAC coming into today. Dante Coxum in the backfield with Lasher. Lasher from the shotgun like he always is. Sends Asiegbu into motion. Lasher takes the snap, fakes it to Coxum, gives it to Asiegbu across the 30 at the far side, 35, and that's where he's shoved out of bounds. Nice little play there by Anthony Lugo, so it's going to be 2nd down and 3 from the 35-yard line. 18 seconds to go in quarter number 1. We'll see if the Kingsmen elect to run it, the clock that is, or just call it here in quarter number 1 after a unsuccessful offensive effort, to say the least. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Asiegbu in the motion, and that's the end of quarter number 1. So, we are through 15 minutes on the clock. Redlands 14, Cal Lutheran 0. Kingsmen will look to answer when we return. You're listening to ICLU Radio, your campus station. Back here at William Rowland Stadium, Kingsmen now moving from right to left. Nick Lasher from the shotgun, and Coxum in the backfield. Takes the snap, hands it off to Coxum. Coxum at the 35, gets a big hit at the 36-yard line. And the Kingsmen get a little bit of a gain, about a 1-yard gain, as the clock continues to run. It is 3rd down and short from the 36-yard line. Coxum's first carry on the day. Dante Coxum with 31 yards, 21 rushing, 15 receptions for 28 yards. Connor Matzke lined up near side. Tyler Shimamura way far side. Lasher with Coxum in the backfield, sends Klein from motion left to right. Lasher takes the snap, rolls to his right. Airs one out to the far sideline. Shimamura can't make the catch. And it is going to be 4th down and short. And the Kingsmen, after starting so strong on 1st down, come up empty again. Something the Kingsmen are very, very worried about right now, that, to say the least. They have been very solid thus far defensively, the Redlands Bulldogs, that is, as Agwan will be back deep to receive the kick for the Bulldogs. Here's the snap. The freshman sends it up, and it takes a nice little bounce. A fantastic bounce inside the 25, inside the 20, and it's going to die right around the 15-yard line. Fantastic kick. And I talk to the freshman. I see him all the time and right around campus. The Kingsman player that was able to get it up, it was my man Kyle. It was good to see him get some action in, as now the Redlands Bulldogs will take over on offense after another 3rd down stop with 14:03 to go here in quarter number 1. So now the Bulldogs, their last 2 drives have had touchdowns. Herrera takes the snap. Here's a handoff to Olisa Arambols, far side, trying to break some tackles, still going across the 20. Brought down to the 22-yard line. Olisa Arambos with another carry for the Bulldogs. 3 games played. And he is indeed running back number 1. It's so crazy when your second running back, Andrew Kellstrom, who has a rushing touchdown today, is up in the leaderboards in the SCIAC Conference with rushing yards per game with 50. He's in the backfield with Alicia Rambos. Alicia Rambos faked it, and now going down hard is Miles Herrera. He took the snap and then just ducked down because he couldn't really go anywhere. Matt Flynn gave pressure for the Kingsmen. So it's a loss of a couple. It's going to be 3rd down and about 7 from the 19-yard line. The line to gain is the 26. 13 minutes to go inside Kingsman territory, or beg your pardon, Bulldogs territory. Kingsman bench trying to get this crowd fired up. They're down 14-0. Herrera looking to his right, sends Alicia Arambos into motion. Herrera takes the snap, pocket collapsing, steps up to his right, and takes off. 20, 25, 30, 35, goes into the slide at the 35. He takes a big hit there from Jordan Gonzalez, but he picks up a 1st down at the 33-yard line. And, boy, the Kingsmen defense has to clean it up right now because the Bulldogs, they have just been so successful in recent drives. And talk about the time of possession right here. It's been pretty even. So the scoring a little lopsided as we are at 12:17 to go here in quarter number 2. Redlands winning in time of possession with over 8 minutes. Cal Lutheran with about 7 minutes per se. 12:04 to go, running clock. Herrera takes the snap, fakes it to Alicia Rambos, fires near side. Pass is caught by Brady Welch at the 45, takes a big hit, tackled out of bounds. Right at the 45-yard line, Gabe Hernandez was in on the tackle with Dalen Wilson. So with under 12 to go, it's going to be another 1st down for the Bulldogs. It's the Bulldogs' 11th. Cal Lutheran, who only has 3, just cannot stop Redlands right here offensively. Backup center Tanner Bradley is on the sideline taking some snaps with Rick Roberts, the 3rd-string quarterback. Herrera with 1 running back in the backfield takes the snap. Hands it off to Alicia Rambos across midfield at the 45 and marked down right around the 45-yard line inside Kingsman territory. It's going to be 2nd down and 2 with 11:17 to go. Gabe Hernandez with another tackle for the Kingsmen. Hernandez came into today with 31 total tackles. He's played in all 5 games. He is one of the captains for Cal Lu. 11:05 to go with a running clock. Kingsman just trying to find some rhythm defensively after 2 pretty solid opening sequences. 10:52 to go. Herrera takes the snap. Alicia Arambos goes nowhere. He is tackled right at the 45-yard line. Gabe Hernandez again on the tackle. Max Nazarko was also there as well. Nazarko, the senior from Texas. So it's still going to be about a 2-yard effort to get to the line of gain for Redlands. It's 3rd down and 2 with 10:33 to go. 3rd down efficacy for the Bulldogs today, 3 for 5, 60%. And they've been perfect on 4th down. It resulted in a touchdown. Lining up near side is Seth Weller for the Bulldogs. 3rd down and 2 from the 45-yard line. Herrera takes the snap. Handoff to Alicia Arambos up the middle, and we'll see if he gets it. He's tackled right at the line to gain. A penalty marker came in from the backfield. We're going to see what this call is with 10 minutes and 6 seconds remaining. And it's a holding call on Redlands. They get the left guard, Caleb Gibson, on the hold, and that sends Redlands way back, and it's now 3rd down and 12 as the Kingsmen elect to accept the penalty. So even though Alicia Arambos was right at the line to gain, Kingsmen get a little bit of a break by pushing the Bulldogs back to their own 45 now. So now Miles Herrera will work with an empty backfield. 4 receivers set. Herrera takes the snap, drops back to the 35. Pressure coming. He steps up, rolls to his left, dodges a man. 45, midfield, tackled at midfield. Big play there by Justice Forbes. Justice Forbes got him, and he chased him the whole way. Forbes, who came into today with 7 tackles, makes it 4th down with 9:24 to go. It's a 5-yard gain. So a big stance there from the Kingsmen defense. They send Redlands punting unit on, and they get a nice ovation from the crowd because for the last 2 sequences, Redlands has scored touchdowns. Clock winding down at 9 minutes. Vicente Garcia is the punter. Back deep to receive for the Kingsmen is Cam Jones and Dante Coxum. So it's 4th down and 7. Here's the snap, the kick up in the air. Flag comes in from the near side. Cam Jones calls fair catch, and he fields it at the 11-yard line. With 8:46 to go, we'll see what the penalty marker is from the near side official. Redlands 14, Cal Lutheran 0. Kingsmen looking to keep their win streak alive. They're 3-2 entering today. Redlands 0-4, but we said don't let that record deceive you. Here's the call. So it's an illegal formation on the kicking team. Gotta give credit to the near side official who saw that from the very get-go. He saw it and he threw the flag and said, you know what, this is a penalty marker. So the Kingsmen got a little bit of a break, and this offense who has been struggling these past couple of weeks, and not only just with the injuries, I shouldn't say struggling because they've actually been very successful offensive-wise, but with their offensive alignment, they've been basically playing musical chairs throughout the entire season. That's been the one default of this Kingsman squad. Tanner Bradley is now in at center. He wasn't even the starting center coming into today. Lasher with Isaiah Martin in the backfield. 1st down and 10 from the 18-yard line inside Kingsman territory. Lasher takes the snap, drops back, pressure coming. Airs one out to Dallas Martin. He makes the catch at the 18, and Martin can't break the tackle, and he's brought down by the Redlands linebacker. It was Derwin Johnson who was there. So it's basically a 1-yard gain, if that. So it's 2nd down and 9 from the 19-yard line. Dallas Martin almost broke a tackle. Oh, he almost did. Second down and 9. Lasher takes the snap, hands it off to Martin. Martin up the middle, across the 20, and brought down at about the 22-yard line. So not much going rushing-wise right now. And honestly, this Redlands defense, they've been given their own. Well, the crazy thing is with Redlands and how strong they've been, they have not given up they have not scored a defensive touchdown, and neither have the Kingsmen. We saw in week 2 last year Zion Brown, who graduated last year, he had a pick 6 on one of the very beginning games of the season. So now it's going to be 3rd down and about 6 from the 23-yard line. Julio Angel comes in motion from the near side of the far side. Lasher takes the snap, drops back. Lasher with the pocket collapsing. Stepping up, crossing the line of scrimmage, and he's taken off, and he goes out of bounds at the 27-yard line, trying to dive for the pylon. We'll see if he got it, and man, he is not afraid to lay it all on the line. We'll see where they mark him, as it is going to be a 4th down, it looks like. Still no signal just yet. Looks like it's going to be 4th down and short. They're signaling 4th down and 2. The official spot is the 26-yard line with 7 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. And the Kingsmen with another opportunity. They're going to send the punting unit out. I talked about how the Kingsmen have been kind of dancing around with their special teams. They send out freshman punter Kyle Howie to punt this one up in the air for the Kingsmen. Back deep to receive for the Bulldogs, Evan Agwan. The snap, the punt, line drive. Gets Agwan backing up, and wow, what a punt by Howie inside the 15. It goes all the way to the 10. Still rolling at the 9. Whoa, what a punt from the freshman. You want a Kingsman bounce. Inside the 10-yard line, essentially from the other 10-yard line. What a snap there from Howie. And the replay coming up on our monitor right now. He kicked this thing from the 15. My goodness. So now it's going to be 1st down and 10 from the Redlands 10-yard line as Herrera takes the snap, airs one out to the near sideline. Pass is caught, and making some tackles and breaking some at the 15-yard line for the Bulldogs. It was hauled in by Caleb Haddon. It'll be about a 8-yard gain. Be 2nd down and 2. Still waiting for the official ruling. 5:50 to go in quarter number 2. Officially 2nd and 2. Herrera with one running back in the backfield, Alicia Rambos. Herrera takes the snap, fakes the throw, pocket collapsing, throws one to the middle of the field, and it's broken up by Jelani Blade. He was looking for Caleb Hatton, and Jelani Blade with 2 pass breakups today has played some solid defense. Jelani Blade, who transferred from Fort Lewis College, has played in every game this season, just 31 total tackles. It's been absolutely insane, and 2 interceptions. 5:34 to go, 3rd down and 2 from the 16-yard line. Herrera with Alicia Rambos in the backfield. Dalen Wilson playing one-on-one cornerback. Herrera takes the snap, little shuffle pass to Alicia Rambos, and he picks up enough yardage for the 1st down. Pete Mitchell makes the tackle at the 21. It's a 1st down for the Bulldogs, another one for Redlands. It's their 12th one of the day. So 5:18 to go. And it's been going pretty fast this quarter, a lot different than quarter number 1, considering all the scoring that was taking place with Redlands. Cal Lutheran hasn't been scoreless in any quarter here at William Rowland Stadium this season. 5 minutes to go. Herrera takes the snap. Alicia Rambos on the carry, up the middle, breaks a tackle at the 25. Still going, and he's backed up. And the initial gain and the initial spot is where they're going to put him with 4:46 to go. 25-yard line. Looks like it's a gain of about 3. Four minutes, 35 seconds to go of the running clock. Officially a gain of 4. So it's 2nd down and 6. Officially from the 25-yard line. Clock winding down. Kingsman did kick off to start this game, so they will receive the second half kickoff. Herrera with 2 running backs in the backfield. Takes the snap. Fakes it to Alicia Rambos. Herrera gets down, and he tried to go to his right, but he is sacked all the way on the right side by Jackson White. Good to see him back, and it's going to be 3rd down and long for the Bulldogs. And White makes the sack and heads off. 3rd down and 11. Kingsmen just trying to get through it. Trying to make another stance. Clock's still running with that sack. 3:39 to go. Herrera takes the snap. Pocket collapsing. Forbes tried to get it as the pass is sailed to the Kingsman bench. Another big stance there from the Kingsman defense. Back-to-back good stances as well. But will they be able to do something with it? That's the big question. Give credit to Pete Mitchell on the bench there making that catch. So the Bulldogs will head on to punt. Vicente Garcia, clock stop at 3:27. He is standing at his 5-yard line. Cam Jones and Dante Coxum back deep. They're at the 30-yard line of the own Kingsman territory. Vicente Garcia takes the snap, airs the punt out, sailing across midfield. Coxum fields it at the 38. Coxum across the 40, and he gets down at the 42-yard line. So able to get a couple of yards with 3:17 remaining. Dante Coxum almost took one to the house in the home opener against Chapman. That was in the early parts of the season. That was on September 10th, and he basically got tripped up by his own guy. The 1st down and 10 from the 42-yard line for the Kingsmen, and the Kingsmen offense got to click right here. And the big thing is, the big mistake I can think of tonight is the Johnny Borjas drop. The Johnny Borjas drop at what was, at the time, going from left to right, the Kingsmen, at the 35-yard line. That would have been a 1st down. He dropped it. Kingsmen would have converted on 3rd down. Lasher sends Klein in motion from the near side to the far side as he lines up behind Kircher. Lasher takes the snap, airs one out to the near sideline. Connor Matzke makes the catch right around midfield. Officially marked down at the 49. It's a pickup of 7. So it'll be 2nd down and 3 from the Kingsman 49-yard line. 3:04 to go here in quarter number 2. Kingsman just trying to get another 1st down. They have not had nearly as many 1st downs as Redlands. Redlands with 12, Cal Lutheran with 3. 2:50 to go. Lasher corrals the snap, handoff as he fakes it. Lasher keeps it himself across midfield, tries to stiff arm a man, and he is tackled at the 49-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and short. It'll be 3rd down and 1 officially. Nick Lasher's family right in front of me, and boy, they have to hold their breath every time Lasher runs the ball. He just runs with it. He runs like a running back, a fullback, puts his body on the line every week, day in and day out. Officially 3rd down and 1 from the Bulldogs 49 with 12:18 to go. Clock is running, 12:14 now. Isaiah Martin, the lone running back. Jaden Klein, Connor Matzke, Dallas Martin, and Stanley Asiabu all lined up. Klein in motion. Lasher takes the snap. Isaiah Martin up the middle. He is met at the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be 4th down and a couple of inches. And the Redlands defense celebrating. Big stop there. So we'll see what the Kingsmen do on 4th down and 1 with 1:45 to go here in quarter number 2. You can hear the fans. They say, let him go for it. Let him go for it. Anthony Lugo walking up to the near side official, and he wants a timeout with 1:31 to go here in quarter number 2. 14-0 the score. Redlands on top. We'll step aside. You're listening to ICLU Radio, your campus station. All right, here we go. Back at William Rollins Stadium, the Kingsmen on 4th down and a long one. Out of the timeout. Lasher brings Klein from the far side, lining up behind Ryan Kircher. Lasher takes the snap. Busted play. Lasher takes off, trying to get the first down. Right at the 48, one of the Bulldogs lost his helmet, Dawson Brockman. And we'll see if they mark it a first down for the Kingsmen. You wonder if they're going to spot it with 1:25 to go. Kingsmen fans are celebrating as if they got the first down. They're going to stop the clock, and they're going to bring the sticks out. Well, this is why it was so weird. Nick Lasher took the snap, went to his left. Isaiah Martin wasn't there, so Lasher had to take off with it himself. And the Kingsmen could get a first down out of this. It would just be their 4th one of the day. Well, let's see what we got with the far side change. It's manned by the basketball crew, Logan McCullough and Devin Lewis. Here we go. They put the sticks right by the football, and it looks a little short. It might be short. It's short by a couple of inches. It's a turnover on downs. So the Bulldogs take over. Wow. Wow. And the Bulldogs bench loves it. Oh, man, what a spot. I don't know. They bring in the chains. The chains don't lie. Man. So with 1:25 to go in quarter number 2, the Bulldogs take over. Oh, man. So now here's Herrera from the Bulldogs' own 48. He takes the snap, drops back. Herrera with the pocket collapsing. Herrera goes down. Big sack there. Justice Forbes was there, but making the actual tackle was Shehi Baker. Baker and Forbes in on there. Forbes, the senior from Valencia. Baker, the senior from Chula Vista. 1:06 to go in quarter number 2. Redlands has not taken a timeout today. An official 10-yard loss. Might be a little bit more than that. 2nd down and 21, 45 seconds to go. Herrera takes the snap, hands it off to Kellstrom across the 43, and he's tackled right at the 43 after going back a little bit. 35 seconds left, and Redlands not even going to the far side official with 30 seconds left. They don't even want to take a timeout here. Very interesting move. And a reminder that the Kingsmen will receive the second half kickoff. So officially 3rd down and 14 from the 44. And the Bulldogs just letting this clock wind down. 7, 6, they're not going to run another play. They're going to take this thing to halftime. So the Kingsmen just down by 2 scores. They held Redlands scoreless in the second quarter. Kingsmen are looking for a different second half. The second half will be back in 20 minutes. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to ICLU Radio, your campus station. While we're at halftime, I want to give you some highlights of some recent ICLU radio broadcasts from the football games. First up from Chapman, and then from Puget Sound. first down and 10 from the Cal Lutheran 23-yard line. Espinoza with one running back in the backfield. Takes the snap, looking for the end zone, and making the catch is Spencer Corona for the touchdown. Chapman strikes first with 8:34 to go here in the first quarter. Third down and goal. Klein comes in motion again from the far side. Lasher takes the snap, drops back, looking. He's got Martin. Martin makes the catch. He's in the end zone for the touchdown. Cal Lutheran responds. It's captain to captain. A 2-yard touchdown pass. 7 to go. Espinoza takes the snap. Fakes to Marcos Reyes. Launches one for his man, Wyatt Hart, and he makes the catch. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown Chapman. Motion man is Stanley Asiegbu as Lasher takes the snap, looking for the end zone. Dallas Martin makes the catch for the touchdown. Dallas Martin's first touchdown as a Cal Lutheran Kingsman. And it's now a 1-point game. It could be tied pending the extra point. First down and goal. Espinoza with one running back in the backfield. That is Tanner Mendoza. Espinoza takes the snap, pocket collapsing. He's looking for something. He's going to walk into the end zone for a touchdown. Two receivers set near side. Jaden Klein, the motion man, comes behind his lineman as Lasher takes the snap, hands it off to Martin up the middle. He's in the end zone for a touchdown. And Cal Lutheran answers right back with 13:23 to go here in quarter number 3. Isaiah Martin, his second touchdown of the day. Woods in the backfield for Chapman. Espinoza takes the snap. Woods on the ball carry. Tiles the far sideline, and he is in the end zone for a Chapman touchdown. Chapman gets those points right back. Martin comes in motion from the far side. Lasher takes the snap, rolls to his right, finds for the end zone. Dallas Martin makes the catch. Touchdown, Cal Lutheran. Dallas Martin's second touchdown reception of the day. Second down and 6 from the 16-yard line. The 10-yard line is the first down marker. Espinoza takes the snap, fires one near side, hauled in by Wyatt Harden, and he's just going to walk into the end zone for a touchdown. Broke a tackle, and he gives Chapman the lead. Right back. Here's the snap. Lasher hands it off. Martin diving for the end zone, and he is in, up the middle. And the Kingsmen get their 6th. Martin has his 3rd touchdown of the day. And another big PAT coming off the leg of Daniel Burgos. Espinoza with 2 on the play clock, has to get it off. He takes the snap, handoff to Mendoza. Mendoza up the middle, he breaks a tackle and heads into the end zone for a Chapman touchdown. Chapman takes the lead with 1:33 to go in the 4th quarter. It's now 41-35. Receiver formation from left to right. Dallas Martin, Julio Angel, Jaden Klein, and Johnny Borjas. Isaiah Martin, the lone running back. Lasher drops back, looking for the end zone. Dallas Martin hauls it in. He makes the catch at the 2-yard line and goes to the end zone for the touchdown. Oh, man! Dallas Martin sends William Rowland into a frenzy. And you want some craziness? Cal Lutheran is signaling that they're going to go for 2. We welcome you back to William Rowland Stadium. Logan Safranco here, a little halftime show update here on ICU Radio, your campus station. Well, Redlands has been dominating Cal Lutheran, even though the score is only 14-0. But realistically, the offense has just been clicking for Redlands. You talk about the first downs. Redlands, they got 12 first downs. Cal Lutheran with 3. And realistically, Cal Lutheran, prior to that opening drive, or after that opening drive, I should say, they only had 1 first down. So what needs to click for the Kingsmen right here? They got to communicate. They got to make a stop. The Kingsmen also have not been in the red zone at all today, which is absolutely fascinating because realistically, the Kingsmen have some success in the red zone. They were actually stood up against Puget Sound a couple of times in the red zone last week, or the last home game, I should say. But the thing is that something you take note of for the Kingsmen is that they've been on the win streak. The win streak is on the line tonight. They had the Pacific Lutheran matchup where they won 17-14. They had only 192 yards from Nick Lasher, but Lasher with only 4 interceptions. Reyes with only 4 interceptions. This should be a fun finish. I was talking to Phineas Ferb, or Phineas Henry, I should say, and he said this is where it starts. This is where it's going to start right here. The kickoff is underway, and it is sent into the air. Dalen Wilson fields it at the 11-yard line. Wilson up the middle, 15, 25, 30, at the 35, tackled at the 36-yard line. Nice return there by Dalen Wilson. So the Kingsmen will set up shop from the 36-yard line officially of their own territory, while Nick Lasher, when it comes to his day thus far, 7 for 10 with 66 yards. Longest pass completion was 20 yards. He's also been sacked 1 time. Doesn't really get sacked that many times, so very cumbersome to see him do that. Shotgun formation, Isaiah Martin, the lone running back in the backfield. Jawan Thomas, Cam Jones lined up in the near side. Far side, Dallas Martin, the lone receiver. Lasher setting up at the 30 with the ball at the 35-yard line. Takes the snap, hands it off to Martin. Martin at the line of scrimmage across the 40, and that's where he's going to get tackled for a 5-yard pickup at 2nd down and 5. Martin, who came into today first in the SCIAC in yards per game, gets 103. He's also second in the SCIAC with rushing touchdowns. So now he's gotten some touches thus far today. Only 19 yards. Same formation. Lasher on 2nd down and 5 from the 40 inside Kingsman territory. Takes the snap, fakes to his right, rolls to his left, looking for something. Launches a ball to Jaden Klein at the 45, who breaks a tackle and finally is tripped up at the 48-yard line. It's a Kingsman first down. Jaden Klein's first reception on the day. So with 14 minutes and 7 seconds remaining in a 14-0 ball game, the Kingsmen will have 1st down and 10 from their own 48-yard line. Just their 4th first down on the day. They came into the halftime break with 3, away from that opening drive in which they had 2. They only had 1 after that. They were able to keep Redlands scoreless in the 2nd quarter, though. Clear night, sun down, lights on. 3 receivers set. Jaden Klein comes in motion, lines up right next to Nick Lasher as Lasher takes the snap, hands it off to Martin up the middle, 45-40, 35, and he is tackled right there at the 35-yard line. A big gain there, the biggest gain and probably the loudest we've heard William Rowland Stadium tonight. It's a 1st down for the Kingsmen. Tackle is made by Andre Owens, the safety. So from the 36-yard line inside Bulldogs territory with 13:23 to go, it's 1st down and 10. 5th first down for the Kingsmen. 3 receivers set near side, Thomas, Martin, and Jones. Lasher from the shotgun. Takes the snap. Drops back. Airs one out. And it's incomplete. Little cross up there. He aired it out towards the 15-yard line. Dallas Martin and Jawan Thomas kind of dancing around. A little bit of a split up there. No dice. 2nd down and 10. Receiving leaders for the Kingsmen. Dallas Martin, Jawan Thomas, Connor Matzke, and Stanley Asiegbu were all the main targets in half number 1. Dallas Martin and Jawan Thomas both with 22 yards coming into the 2nd half. 13 minutes, 3 seconds to go in quarter number 3. 14-0 the score. 2 receivers set near side, Jawan Thomas and Julio Angel, with Dallas Martin set up far side. Klein right next to Kircher as the tight end. Lasher takes the snap, hands it off to Martin. Martin is tackled for about a 2-yard loss by the Bulldogs. Mikey Duran. So it's going to be 2nd down and 12, or I beg your pardon, 3rd down and 12 with under 12:50 to go. Officially down at the 38-yard line. 3rd down and 12 is the official ruling. It's the 3rd play that was tackled for loss. Nick Lasher was already sacked, but Martin doesn't really get stopped too many times at that line of scrimmage. Redlands with 9 sacks defensively on the year. Lasher on 3rd down and 12 from the 38. Takes the snap, drops back to the 45, airs one out, deep ball for the end zone, and it is incomplete. Intended for Cam Jones. So with 2 minutes and 19 seconds to go in quarter number 3, it is 4th down and 12. We'll see what Anthony Lugo decides to do. And they're going to send the punting unit out. We saw Kyle Howie had a couple of punts. He also had a really nice punt where he punted it from his own 15-yard line, and it was down on the other 9-yard line. I talked to him a couple of times and said, I'm ready for my shot. I know I'm a freshman, but I'm excited to get on the field. And he's making his William Rowland Stadium debut today in front of the home crowd. Back deep to receive for the Bulldogs is Agwan. Howie takes the snap, sends the kick up, heading inside the 10. And it's going to roll all the way into the back of the end zone for a touchback with 12:13 to go in the 3rd quarter. So now here's Miles Herrera. Miles Herrera with a pretty solid first half. 12 for 16 with 192 yards. It's not the numbers we saw from Nathaniel Espinoza from Chapman in just one half of play, in which he was on pace to break a Chapman passing yards record. He eventually did not. That passing yard record was 535 yards, but he ended up with 486. That's still a pretty solid night, if you ask me. So with 12:13 to go, Redlands with a big stance to open up the second half. 1st down and 10 from their own 20. Miles Herrera, who is 4th in SCIAC in yards per game. 2 running backs in the backfield. Herrera takes the snap, handoff to Kellstrom across the middle, and he is tackled inside the 27. That's right. It'll be marked down. It'll be a pretty modest gain. It'll be 2nd down and short. 2nd down and 3. Officially a long 3, that is. Kellstrom with another tackle. Another broken tackle as well. 1 receiver set up near side for the Bulldogs. It's Michael Mindich. 11:40 to go. Herrera takes a snap, handoff to Alicia Arambols, who goes up the middle for a Redlands 1st down. He is tackled at the Bulldogs' 38-yard line. It is another 1st down for the Bulldogs. It's their 13th one of the day. And that's been the difference maker, the 1st downs. This has been absolutely insane. And that's how you become successful. And also, we've seen a lot of strategy from the Redlands side. They're willing to let the clock run a little bit and take their time. Coming to today 0-4. Herrera takes the snap, drops back. Herrera over the middle of the field. Pass is caught inside the 45-yard line. Hauled in by Caleb Haddon. And Haddon picks up about 6. And he got a pretty good gain after the tackle was made, and the far side official is signaling a 1st down. Very interesting spot. So it's another 1st down for the Bulldogs. 1st down and 10 from the 48-yard line. And the Bulldogs are just marching down the field. .10:45 to go, 14-0 the score. Herrera takes the snap, handoff to Kellstrom, across midfield, across the 45, and he is down right at the 43-yard line, and it'll be a very short spot away from the line to gain. The line to gain is the 42, so it's 2nd down and 1 is what they're signaling. A couple of noisemakers in the crowd today. The artificial ones. And the Redlands Bulldogs just looking over to their bench. Now they finally get the play. Herrera comes set. 2 running backs in the backfield, Kellstrom and Alicia Arambols. 10 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Herrera takes the snap. Hand off to Kellstrom. Kellstrom across the 40, and he is tackled at the 39-yard line, officially down at the 38. It's another 1st down for the Bulldogs. The 1st down and 10 inside Kingsman territory, even deeper. Officially first down and 10 from the Kingsman 39-yard line. So officially 9:43 to go, and time of possession's also been a huge thing for the Bulldogs and their success. 18 minutes to Cal Lutheran's 14 as Herrera takes the snap, airs one out to the middle of the field, and the pass is broken up. Intended for Caleb Haddon, falls incomplete. Breaking the play up for the Kingsmen was John Lopez. John Lopez set his feet, put his hands on his head, and said if he jumped in just a couple of seconds before, maybe even 1 second, that's an interception. So it's second down and 10 from the 39. And for the first time this drive, it feels like the clock is actually stopped. 14-0 the score. Redlands in the Kingsman end of the field. Trips formation as Herrera takes the snap. Alicia Ramos up the middle across the 35. Still going inside the 30. Plowing with that back foot, and he is tackled right at the 28-yard line. That second effort picks up a first down for the Bulldogs. And it's another one on this drive with the clock running. Boy, this kid has been insane. Talked about Alicia Ramos with just 100 yards coming into today. He has been absolutely insane numbers-wise. .45 yards for Alicia Arambos. So it's first down and 10 from the Kingsman 28. Redlands threatening again. 8:56 to go, clock running. Herrera takes the snap, handoff to Kellstrom, up the middle, across the 25. Still going, breaks a tackle, 20, 15, breaks another tackle, 10, 5, touchdown Redlands. With 8:44 to go, the Bulldogs take a 20-0 lead over the Kingsmen. It's the broken tackles, right? Gets inside the 15-yard line and just could not get it. The Kingsmen, it was Devin Gooseby who tried to bring him down. And the PAT on its way for the Bulldogs. And yeah, just up the middle. It was supposed to be up the middle, then all of a sudden just dancing around, even fooled the cameraman on the TV broadcast as the PAT is through. So it's now 21-0. Redlands on top over Cal-Lu, and that drive is the example of the kind of wagon we have seen from Redlands in this Smudge Pot Trophy game. And the one that we saw, and we were told and by the players, Ataka Jackson White pregame and Ataka Jackson White throughout the week. He already has a sack today, but he said, don't let that 0-4 record deceive you. They have had an insanely hard schedule. That 0-4 record means absolutely nothing. Redlands has owned Cal Lutheran this century, quite frankly. In the 21st century, Cal Lutheran has a 7-15 record against Redlands, and they have not defeated the Bulldogs since the first ever Smudge Trophy Pot game back in 2012. From 2013 to 2021, the Bulldogs have owned that crown. So now here is the Bulldogs kicking team ready to send it back to Dalen Wilson and Dante Coxum. This one is up high into the air, and Coxum yields way to Wilson, who makes it at the 3-yard line. Dalen Wilson up the middle, breaks a tackle, and gets to right about the 25-yard line. Tackled at the 25 indeed. So 8:40 to go, 21-0 the score. Logan Sofranco with you on the ICLU radio broadcast. And this Kingsman offense needs some sort of spark just to do what they needed to do best, and that was just to simply win games and simply get first downs. They have not gotten any of those. On top, 21-0 over the Bulldogs. So now here is Nick Lasher. Lasher, who has had one of his off days offensively, sends Tyson Lundring into motion from the far side of the near side. Lasher takes the snap. Lasher airs one out to Lundring. Lundring makes the catch inside, and he makes it at the 34-yard line. About 2 yards shy of the line to gain at the 33-yard line officially with 8:28 to go. It's second down and 2. Nick Lasher, 7 for 10, which is 66 yards. That was coming into the halftime break. But the Kingsmen have different answers right now.
Faison Knight lined up in the near side as well. Lasher takes the snap. Martin on the carry, up the middle. Isaiah Martin picks up a first down for the Kingsmen. Tackled at the 36-yard line. That's enough yardage for a Kingsman first down. With under 8 to go, clock was stopped for a little bit. Now it runs. It was on a carry, so the clock never really should have ran. So Faison Knight, who hasn't really seen too many minutes for the Kingsmen, the senior from Palmdale, California, was previously at Utah State, a Division I school. 7:40 to go in quarter number 3. 21-0 the score. Lasher sends Lundring in motion from the near side to the far side. Asiegbu behind Kircher as Lasher takes the snap, drops back, throws one. There's Faison Knight at the 35, breaks a tackle. Faison Knight at the 41-yard line, picks up a couple of yards, turns nothing into something. Pretty modest gain. It's a 2nd down and 5 play coming up for the Kingsmen. I really like the catch and go. He's able to just dodge and use his height to his advantage, listed at 5'11". But he has been a little dicey there on that sequence. Shimamura on as well for the Kingsmen after that play. Tanner Bradley, we talked about it, came into today as the 6th kind of rotating lineman. He's now at center, delivering it to Lasher as Lasher gets it from him, hands it off to Martin. Martin right side across the 40, and he's going to be met right at the 40 and get back to the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play with 6:42 to go. 3rd down and 5. Well, this defense has been absolutely spectacular. For the Bulldogs, they figured out not just what the sacking efforts do, but the tackling at the line of scrimmage. You got to give credit to the defensive ends. They run just 3 linemen realistically. 3 linemen, 3 linebackers, and 3 safeties. That's the kind of formation they run. Mikey Duran and Dawson Brockman have been up there the whole night. 3rd down and 5. Lasher takes the snap. Quick throw. Right side. Pass is caught. Shimamura 50, 45. And inside Bulldogs territory is tackled at the 44-yard line. And you haven't seen too many of those today for the Kingsmen, but it's a first down with 6:05 to go in the 3rd quarter. Shimamura gets another catch. He hasn't really seen too many today. Hasn't really seen too many targets. Faison Knight still on for the Kingsmen. Julio Angel just comes back on. Shimamura way up far side with Asiegbu behind Kircher as he goes into motion. Lines up behind Castro. Lasher takes the snap. Pocket collapsing, steps up, takes off. 45, 40, 35, near sideline, out of bounds at the 32-yard line. And Nick Lasher picks up a first down himself. Under 5.5 to go here in the 3rd quarter. That's something you love to hear when you go to a football game, is the cheers of the crowd, and they go, that's another team fill in the blank first down, and get the squad fired up. 5:05 to go. Lasher takes the snap, fakes to his left, rolls to his right, sets up. Pocket collapsing. He's being chased down, throws it to the far sideline, out of the pocket, and it was to nobody. So therefore, no intentional grounding. You can even hear it from the head referee tonight on the speaker saying he was out of the pocket, no intentional grounding. Giving chase on Nick Lasher, who already has a sack today, Dawson Brockman. Brockman, the senior from Martinez, California, playing in his 5th game. Came into today with 9 tackles and 2 sacks, so he's not too afraid to get a man in the backfield. He's done his job quite well thus far for the Bulldogs. 4 minutes and 53 seconds to go. 21-0 the score in the 3rd quarter. Lasher with 4 receivers set from the shotgun as Asiegbu goes in motion. Lasher gets it to Asiegbu, and Asiegbu trying to break a tackle. Big tackle at the 25-yard line. Derwin Johnson saving a first down for the Bulldogs. Boy, what a tackle. You go to the tight end. What do you tackle? What do they teach you in Pop Warner? They tackle on the knees. So it's a 3rd down and short effort at the 25-yard line. Derwin Johnson, who came into today with 7 tackles and 4 games under his belt. Another one of these Redland Bulldogs seniors. 4:18 to go in the 3rd quarter. 3rd down and short. You can hear the Redlands fans nice and loud. Cam Jones comes in motion. Lasher takes the snap, drops back, fires to the far sideline. Pass is caught, and we'll see where they mark him. Dallas Martin made the catch. And it is going to be, it looks like a first down for the Kingsmen. And the clock's going to run. And indeed, it is a first down with under 4 minutes to go. First down and 10 from the Kingsmen 20-yard line. Some oohs and ahs from the crowd as Dallas Martin took a big hit basically out of bounds. But he kept his play alive. Dallas Martin, who is second in touchdowns in the SCIAC, entering today with 4. It's a 3-way tie technically. And it looks like Redlands has taken a timeout. Their first one of the half. We'll step aside. You're listening to ICLU Radio, your campus station. Back here at William Rowland Stadium. First down and 10 from the 20-yard line out of the timeout for the Kingsmen. Lasher takes the snap, drops back. He's got plenty of time. Throws one to the end zone. Wide open, Jaden Klein for the touchdown. A 20-yard TD bomb to Jaden Klein. And with 3 minutes and 29 seconds remaining in the third quarter, the Kingsmen are on the board. It's 6-21. What happens when you have that much time in the pocket? Good things happen. And Klein was wide open. He's basically finishing the job. And now someone we haven't seen on the field all night tonight, and that's Daniel Burgos, the place kicker. Ready to send this one up into the air for the extra point. Make this a two-score game. So now here's the snap, the hold, and a flag. The kick is going to be nullified. We'll see what the flag is. It might be a false start that pushes the Kingsmen back a little bit. Some confetti up in the air, and it's going to be a 5-yard penalty for the Kingsmen. Boy, what a catch there by Klein. We just saw the replay up on our radio monitor. So now Burgos will have to do it again. Burgos, who is no longer the punter for today's match. That goes to Kyle Howie, the freshman. 3:29 to go. And Redlands, this is one where they strike back. It could deflate William Rowland Stadium right again because just where we are in the game. The snap, the hold, the kick is good. A little extra oomph on it. 3:29 to go. Kingsmen are on the board, 21-7. Well, that was a drive that we had not seen all day today. That was the first time the Kingsmen were in the red zone today. So now the Kingsmen are looking to get something going, and we're in a new broadcast location tonight. We're in the offensive conference room up in the press box, so we cannot obtain any candy, unfortunately, that they throw out for the touchdowns, and that was a little bit later than usual, just simply because there haven't been many touchdowns. You can hear the cheers. They want their candy. So now Burgos will get ready to send this thing up into the air. Back deep to receive is Agwan and Alicia Arambos. Burgos winds up, and the kick is up into the air. It's a bouncer. Agwan lets it go out of bounds, and that's going to be a penalty for a kickoff out of bounds. We'll see if Redlands elects to redo the kick or take it to where the penalty would go.
So we just heard over the PA that Redlands will accept the penalty and move the ball all the way to the 35-yard line. They're not even thinking about letting this kick be redone. Juwan Thomas on the sideline telling the Kingsman fans to get excited because the Kingsmen are just one defensive stance away from getting their offense back on the field, who had some success in their recent drive. Herrera takes the snap. Handoff to Kellstrom, and there's a big flag there. And Kellstrom takes a couple of yards, and we'll see what the penalty marker is. You can hear from the fans. You heard back it up 10. It's a holding call. So it's a first down and 10, and that's something else we've been seeing. This has been very interesting tonight. There hasn't really been much officiating tonight that has gone in favor of Cal Lutheran. Quite frankly, the officials haven't really been active tonight. There haven't been that many flags that have really cost teams. So the penalty is accepted. It's a first down and 20 play now from the 25-yard line. Herrera, with one running back in the backfield, takes the snap, hands it off to his running back. It's Alicia Rambas, and he's able to get it for about a couple of yards. Making the tackle there with Jordan Gonzalez. Nice tackle there by Gonzalez. Gonzalez, he's been busy today. Saying his number a lot. Gabe Hernandez has been in there a little bit. Jackson White has a sack. The junior from Crespi, so he's second down and 17. 2:38 to go, 21-7 the score. As Herrera takes the snap, drops back, pocket collapsing. Herrera in trouble. Herrera is sacked. Justice Forbes. Another one from the senior from Valencia. Boy, he has been on fire tonight. This is a season high for sacks for Cal Lutheran. So it's third down and 35, if I am not mistaken. 21-7 the score, under 2 minutes to go. Herrera takes the snap and throws a screen. It's caught by Agwan, 25, trying to reverse the field at the middle of the field now, across the 26, and he's tackled at the 28-yard line. So that's a huge defensive stance there from the Kingsmen. Clock going to continue to run here, and the Redlands Bulldogs are going to send the punting unit out, something the Kingsmen has not seen in quite some time. So now the clock is going to continue to run, and the Kingsmen fans with a nice ovation for the defense as they did their job. And it was all because of the Forbes sack. Forbes having a best game of his season right now. So now here is Vicente Garcia, who is the punter and also the 50% place kicker. High snap, he pulls it down. Sends the punt in the air. Cam Jones and Dante Coxum. As Coxum fields it and is tackled right away by the Bulldogs. Now the Cal Lutheran Kingsmen are signaling that there should be a flag, but it was basically perfectly timed. It was, when he caught it, they got tackled right away. And the main criteria that officials look for is there's 54 seconds to go in the third quarter. They look to see if there's a fair catch call, because that's usually when they'll throw the flag. If they're interfered with before, then they'll be in trouble. So now here is the Kingsmen offense. Just 54 seconds to go in the third quarter. This game started at 7 o'clock. It's one of the shortest games of the season for the Kingsmen. 58-minute first half. So now here are the Kingsmen after just striking and getting on the board just one drive ago. From their own 27, Lasher takes the snap. Hands it off to Martin. Martin up the middle, across the 30 at the 35, and he's brought down officially at the 34. They say his right knee was down before he got to the 35-yard line. Very modest gain on first down. It's a pickup of 7, be second down and 3 from the 34-yard line. Connor Matzke lined up in the near side. He's one-on-one with Jaden Michaels. Redlands has one of the best safeties in the country, and Scott Tinsley lined up as well. Tinsley was 6th in the nation in interceptions last year. Lasher sends Klein in motion as Lasher takes the cumbersome snap, drops back, pocket collapsing. Lasher's in trouble, and Lasher is sacked. Dawson Brockman again. And look at this. There he is right there. Scott Tinsley giving a thumbs up to the Kingsman bench, kind of messing around with them as the third quarter expires with a Brockman sack. When we come back, it's going to be third down and about 6 with the fourth quarter coming up. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to ICLU Radio, your campus station. Back here at William Rowland Stadium, the Kingsmen with officially a third down and 6 after a Dawson Brockman sack. 15 minutes ago in quarter number 4. First play of the quarter as Lasher sends Julio Angel in motion from near to far side as the Kingsmen move from the left side of the field to the right side of the field. Lasher takes the snap, throws it over the middle of the field. Pass is nearly intercepted, but it's dropped. They tried to get Julio Angel, but instead Mike McDonald nearly picked off Nick Lasher for Lasher's 5th interception of the year. But instead, the Kingsmen, they are forced to punt, and the clock stops with 14:56. And they saw some big pressure right away. Jacob Sega was coming in, and then out of nowhere, a little chip block, so we couldn't really get to Lasher. But Lasher, lucky to not have an interception there because the Kingsmen, they would have set up shop right at the 38-yard line defensively. So now here's Kyle Howie, the freshman. Here's the snap, the punt, up in the air. Oh, and he whiffed it. It's a bad one. Takes a good bounce, though, so he recovers, but it goes out of bounds at the 33. And there's a nice little play there from one of the Kingsmen linemen, basically what they call it, a pancake. So 14:48 to go here in quarter number 4. The Bulldogs will set up shop. We'll see who they mark him from. Looks like from the 34-yard line in their own territory. Want to give our congratulations to Regals Soccer and Regals Volleyball for shutting their respective teams out today. Men's soccer, they're currently at Laverne tonight. But the Kingsmen here at William Rowland Stadium trying to keep the winning streak alive and win the Smudge Pot Trophy for the first time in 10 years. Herrera takes the snap. Handoff. Kellstrom breaks a tackle. 40. Midfield. That's where he goes down. Big gain. It's a gain of 15. Another first down for the Bulldogs. Boy, this run game for Redlands has been absolutely insane. It is first down and 10 from the Kingsmen, I beg your pardon, the Redlands 48-yard line with 14.5 to go in quarter number 4. And now if you're Redlands, you have no sense of urgency, right? You're basically just going to be sitting there looking over to your sideline, just seeing what they can do to kill clock. 14:15 on the fourth quarter clock as Herrera takes the snap. Drops back at the 40, throws one over the middle of the field. Pass is caught by Agwan for a first down at the 38-yard line. And it's a first down. Gabe Hernandez made the tackle for the Kingsmen. This Redlands squad looks solid tonight. The Kingsmen had the one lone solid drive, but the last drive just completely unsuccessful. It's first down and 10 for the Bulldogs, this time in Kingsman territory at the 38-yard line. 13:45 to go. I want to remind our listeners that the Kingsmen are on the road against Claremont Mudscripts next week as Herrera takes the snap, handoff to Kellstrom up the middle, and he is going to go down inside the 30. Boy, Kellstrom, this has been his half. Kellstrom through 3 quarters, It's been absolutely insane. Realistically, just 32 yards, but he's been breaking tackles, and he has the touchdown as Alicia Rambles has just a long of 8, but he's been so hard to bring down for the Kingsman defense as we approached 13 minutes ago. Kingsman defense has 293 total tackles, 5 interceptions, 10 sacks, 25 penalties, and 5 fumble recoveries coming into today. Herrera on 2nd and 2, takes the snap, handoff to Kellstrom, up the middle. Inside the 30 at the 25. It looks like it's enough yardage for a first down. Officially down to the 27-yard line. It's another first down for the Bulldogs with 12:45 to go. So the Kingsmen, their defense has been struggling thus far just to keep up with the Bulldogs. Bulldogs, 14 first downs. Total offense, 244 yards to Cal Lutheran's 82 coming in to this quarter. This was through the first 3 quarters. 12:16 to go. Herrera with one running back in the backfield, Kellstrom. As Herrera takes the snap, hand off to Kellstrom. Kellstrom up the middle inside the 20, and he's marked down at the 18-yard line, right at the line to gain. And the back line judge saying it's enough yardage for a Redlands first down with 12 minutes to go. The far side judge comes in and corrects him and says it's actually a 9-yard pickup, so it's 2nd down and 9 with under 11:50 to go. Kingsman offense trying to get back onto the field. Grant Cheney has a touchdown for the Bulldogs. Andrew Kellstrom has a touchdown for the Bulldogs. 2nd down and 1. Herrera takes the snap. Kellstrom up the middle. He gets the first down inside the 15. And we'll see where they officially mark him. They mark him at the 13-yard line. It's another Redlands first down. Cal Lutheran with 3 timeouts. Redlands with 2. And sprinting to get off the field is Seth Weller for the Bulldogs. $11:05 to go in the 4th quarter in the 2022 Smudge Pot Trophy game. Now officially under 11 to go. Agwan lined up near side as Herrera takes the snap. Kellstrom up the middle, inside the 10, inside the 5. Kellstrom breaking tackles. Kellstrom, did he cross the plane? It looked like he did not. The near side official jumps in and says he was down at the 1. Nevertheless, it's a first down for the Bulldogs. And they're at risk of scoring again. 10:40 to go. And this place is, you can hear a pin drop on the Cal Lutheran side here at William Rowland Stadium. Redlands offense coming into today with 236 total rushing yards. Yeah, first down and goal. Herrera takes the snap. Herrera, handoff to Kellstrom. Kellstrom up the middle. He's in. Touchdown Redlands. With 10:13 to go, it's 27-7. And that's how you respond if you're Redlands. You give up the touchdown and you get it right back. 27-7 is the score pending the extra point. And it has been all Redlands. You wonder how fast the beach ball coming around William Rowland Stadium. PAT is good. And there's a beach ball flying around William Rowland Stadium. Now you're seeing it all. Got the food trucks. You got the long lines at the bathroom, and you got the beach ball flying around. Officially a ballpark atmosphere. All we need are the expensive Bud Light seltzers. So the Kingsmen trail 28-7 here on the Smudge Pot Trophy game. And Logan Safranco with you on the ICU radio broadcast. The thing has just been the difference has just been Redlands' offense. They've just been resilient. They haven't really had many errors. When Cal Lutheran, they have the opportunity to get errors, they unfortunately commit them. That's the problem. That last drive was the first drive that we saw some real clicking from the Kingsmen offense. And the kick is up into the air. Dallas Martin fields it at the 5. The first-year Kingsman across the 15, across the 20. And he's going to go down at the 22-yard line with 10:06 to go. Kingsmen are back at home on the 22nd for the homecoming game. Just 2 more home games after this. They have one on the 22nd, which is the homecoming game, and the 29th, which is senior night. So the Kingsmen will set up shop from their 22. Shimamura, Jones, Thomas, Angel, the receivers for the Kingsmen. 10:07 to go in the fourth quarter. Lasher from the 22 takes the snap, drops back. Lasher airs one out, far side, and looking for absolutely nobody. The ball was about 5 yards shy of Cam Jones, and it actually skid and one-hop the turf. Second down and 10 with 10:04 to go. Well, the Kingsmen have their 3-game winning streak on the line. Pacific Lutheran they beat, Whittier they beat, and Puget Sound they beat. That was not the order it was. That was, if you want the order, it was Puget Sound, Pacific Lutheran, and then Whittier. But the Kingsmen with their second SCIAC game. 10:04 to go. Lasher takes a snap, throws one out near side. Shimamura at the 35, trying to break some tackles. Shimamura at the 36. And he is tackled way out of bounds by the Bulldogs. Making that tackle with Jaden Michaels. So 9:46 to go. It's a gain of about 4. The third down and 6. Third down and 6 from the 27. Lasher takes the snap, throws one out near side again. Shimamura makes the catch. And that's going to be right around the 33-yard line, and that's enough yardage for a Kingsman first down. Clock's still running, and the Kingsmen not really moving with a sense of urgency as you can start to feel this kind of, as if it wasn't already, this game start to feel over as Redlands has been having their defense just work tonight. Work. Lasher takes a snap. Deep ball. Far sideline. Thomas at the 40. Across the 45. Stiff arms a man. And he's brought down to the 46. It's a gain of 12 and a first down for the Kingsmen. So it's going to be a first down for the Kingsmen from their own 46-yard line with under 9 minutes to go. Well, the beach ball made it all the way down to the purple pit. Kingsmen faithful having some fun. Lasher drops back after taking the snap. Airs one out near sideline. Cam Jones can't make the catch. It's off of his fingertips. Ball was a little high for the 5'9" receiver. Good to see Cam Jones. We didn't see him in the first couple of games at William Rollins Stadium. He was battling a little bit of an injury. Didn't see him, didn't see Jawan Thomas, but it's good to see them both back. Jawan Thomas, of course, an all-SCIAC receiver. 8:44 to go in the fourth quarter. 2 receivers set near side for the Kingsmen. It's Dallas Martin and then Cam Jones. Jaden Klein comes in motion. Right behind Ryan Kircher as Lasher takes the snap. There's a ball caught near side, and Jawan Thomas breaks some tackles, and he gets another first down. Brought at the 43-yard line for the Kingsmen. And it's another first down. Here you go. The Kingsmen trying to find some sort of drive to get momentum. Officially at the 43-yard line of Redlands territory. Jaden Klein has a touchdown today. It was his first touchdown of the season. Lasher takes the snap, airs one out near side. Cam Jones makes the catch, trying to reverse the field at the 40, and he dives for the 35-yard line, turns nothing into something. Good play there from the senior. So it's a pickup of 8, officially 7 now. They push the interesting spot. They push him at the 36-yard line. Looked like he got to the 35, but nevertheless, it's second down and 3 with 7:55 to go. Clock running. Kingsmen in Bulldog territory. Isaiah Martin in the backfield. Lasher takes the snap. Kingsman got away with a false start. Lasher airs one out over the middle of the field. Dallas Martin makes the catch inside the 15, and he is brought down after a whistle was there, and a big tackle from the Bulldogs secondary. Jaden Michaels, the cornerback, was inside the red zone there, and the Kingsmen As weird as this day has been with 7:37 to go, 28-7 the score, they are 100% in the red zone because they've only been there once. First and 10. Lasher rolls to his left at the 20. Throws one out far side. Asiegbu makes the catch inside the 10. Officially marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Big game there from the big tight end. Clock running. 7:17 now. Asiegbu fortunately did not go out of bounds, so the clock continues to run. 2nd down and 2 from the Bulldog 5-yard line. Lasher takes the snap, drops back. Lasher to the near side. Julio Angel makes the catch, and he's inside the 5. Picks up about 4 yards, 1 yard past the line to gain. It's a first down for the Kingsmen, first down and goal. Clock stopped for a little bit. Another first down for the Kingsmen on this drive. Successful drive. First down and goal from the 3. Lasher sends Klein into motion. Takes the snap, rolls to his left, all the way back to the 10, throwing to the end zone, and the pass is hauled in by Juwan Thomas for the touchdown. He was looking for Jaden Klein, overthrew him, and Thomas makes the catch for the 6. With 6:38 to go in quarter number 4, it's now 13-28. The Kingsmen just a little bit closer, and now here comes Daniel Burgos for the point after try. Juwan Thomas, his 3rd touchdown on the season, all SCIAC first team in 2019, as Burgos will look to make this a 2-touchdown game again. The snap, the hold, the kick is good. So there it is. It's officially a 2-score game. Kingsman faithful getting something to cheer about. And if you think about it, this game is still far from over when it comes to the craziness that we saw, especially in week 1, where only, wasn't separated by more than 1 touchdown. That was that Chapman-Cal Lutheran non-SCIAC exhibition matchup, so it didn't really affect the SCIAC standings. However, it would have been good to win that game because we talked about it in the open. It was the 2nd game in a row the Kingsmen had lost via a 2-point conversion. The first game out in Texas, they lost because the other team went for 2, but then all of a sudden, the next week, Cal Lutheran and Dallas Martin scored at the 10-yard line with just 30 seconds left. They went for 2, and they ended up losing by 1. So Burgos and the Kingsmen will kick it from the left side of the field to the right side of the field. 9:09 the time here on the West Coast. Kingsmen with a 2-score deficit. Burgos has been so good with the place kicks this season for the Kingsmen. Gets his ready. Onside kick. Inside. Up for grabs. It goes out of bounds, and that means it's going to go. We'll see what the call on the field is. See who touched it. It did go the 10 yards. It was fielded inside the 45. Anthony Lugo wanting an explanation, and the crew chiefs, they're going to talk about it right here. We're going to see it on our replay board that has about a minute delay as the Bulldogs are signaling they're going to get the ball, and indeed they will. So Burgos and company electing to do an onside kick, and it did not work. It did go the 10 yards, and that's just one of those tough breaks for the Kingsmen. First down, Redlands with 6:38 to go at the 46-yard line. We have not seen a field goal try today from either side. Gooseby lining up on the edge. Herrera takes the snap. Handoff up the middle. Alicia Arambles goes all the way inside the 40 and tackled at the 38-yard line. Brought down, marked officially at the 39. Clock running for the Bulldogs, and with 40 seconds per play, Kingsman with 3 timeouts. But with 40 seconds per play, Redlands will look to perhaps chew it all off. And they're looking over to their bench, waiting for something. This stadium hasn't really been too loud when their Kingsmen are on defense, just simply because they've been getting kind of torched a little bit. Under 6 to play. 2nd down and 3. Herrera takes the snap. Hand off to Alicio Rumbles, and he is inside the 35, marked down right at the 35, and that's another Redlands first down. Boy, these Kingsmen defense, they have seen their load today. Redlands with 23 first downs now. 10 passing, 13 rushing. No first downs via the penalty for either side today. And the rushing game has just been absolutely solid for Redlands. They've had 37 touches to a running back to Cal Lutheran's 18. Nearly doubling that total. 5:14 to go. Herrera takes the snap. Alicia Rambles up the middle at the 35. Trying to get to the 30. And he'll get right to the 31. Clock is going to stop. Anthony Lugo signaling he's taking a timeout, and indeed he is with 5:07 to go. First timeout for Cal Lu. We'll step aside. You're listening to ICLU Radio, your campus station. Back here at William Rowland Stadium, Kingsmen trail Redlands by a score of 28-14. Logan Sofranco with you on the ICLU radio broadcast. Now the Kingsmen faithful starting to get a little more excited on defense. Herrera takes the snap. Alicia Armbles breaks a tackle to the far side across the 30, inside the 25, and he hurdles a man, and he's brought down at the 24. And good sportsmanship displayed by Miles Herrera as the Kingsmen nearly had an injured player. It was Dalen Wilson. It's another first down for Redlands. Clock is going to run. And Anthony Lugo wants another timeout, because if Redlands gets another touchdown, if the game wasn't iced already, it will be iced. Well, we talked about the history of the Smudge Trophy Pot game. It has just been around for not that long. The Kingsmen did win it the first year of its existence, but ever since then, it has all been Redlands. And you wonder at the end of the game if they're going to hoist that thing nice and high. I'm looking over to the far side stands, a lot of Redlands fans. They travel well, considering Redlands is probably one of the furthest locations in the SCIAC. Absolutely. Well, think about you have Claremont. Laverne is still Inland Empire. Occidental, that is Pasadena, Eagle Rock area. Caltech, Pasadena area. Whittier, California. That's right around the Orange County area. It's a little more inland, not as far inland as Redlands per se. Redlands on the way to Big Bear, and Claremont on the way to San Diego, and Chapman in Anaheim. I feel like I went through all the SCIAC teams. Cal Lutheran at Thousand Oaks. There we go. Got to put the Kingsmen and Regals on the map as well. Hey, if the season ended today, the Cal Lutheran Regals volleyball squad, they would host a SCIAC postseason game. They would play Pomona in that first round. As Herrera takes the snap out of the timeout, throws to the far side. Pass is caught by Brady Welch, and he picks up the first down. Tackled inside the 15-yard line with 4:51 to go. And Anthony Lugo not knowing what to do as far as timeouts. And the Redlands fans are getting nice and loud because the Bulldogs, with plenty of time, can just put this thing away right now if they haven't already. Even if they don't even score right here, they just get a field goal. They'd still say goodnight to the Kingsmen. So now it's first down and 10 from the 11-yard line. Herrera takes the snap, handoff to Alicio around the bowls, and he breaks a tackle. He stiff arms a man, trying to get to the outside, and he's able to get to the 10-yard line, fighting out of bounds. Alicio Arambolas on the carry, and another whistle. We'll see if Kalu takes their last time out. Indeed they do. So it's their last time out. And we'll step aside for this one. You're listening to ICLU Radio, your campus station. Back here at William Rowland Stadium, 2nd down and 10 from the 11-yard line. Redlands threatening with 3:59 to go in regulation. 28-14 the score. Logan Sofranco with you on the ICLU Radio broadcast. Herrera takes the snap. Handoff. And at the 2-yard line, it is Kellstrom. He picks up the first down. And the clock going to run with 3:52 to go. And the Redlands Bulldogs, they're ready to just score and get out. Another first down for the Bulldogs, and they've been very efficient with just the efficacy rates. They haven't really had too many 3-and-outs. They've only punted 4 times to Cal Lutheran 6. Under 3.5 to play in regulation. Kellstrom nearly got in. Herrera takes the snap. Kellstrom, he's in this time. He's on the carry, and he's in the end zone for the touchdown. With 3:15 to go, it's 34-14. And we could hear it from the Redlands radio team. That was the exclamation point, because this game was kind of over coming into the fourth quarter. Thought maybe there was a chance that Kingsman would find some momentum and come back, and a bunch of flags go, and the play is whistled dead. But the Kingsmen are trying to get back on track against Claremont, and the Claremont Mudscripts, a very solid SCIAC team, and getting loose on the bench is actually the backup quarterback, Hector Gonzalez. So you wonder if Anthony Lugo, with 3:15 to go in a game where the Kingsmen aren't going to come back, they put in Hector Gonzalez as Vicente Garcia, the kicker. We'll try and kick again, as there was a penalty that actually pushes Redlands closer. So now Vicente backs up and goes to his left. Kick is up, and it's good. So it's officially 35-14. So a 3-minute and 19-second drive results in 6. Redlands looking to get their first win on the season. Upcoming schedule for the Bulldogs after today's game. They're going to be at Chapman next Saturday, where they'll take on the Panthers. And they got their homecoming game on the 22nd, where they're going to host Laverne. Dallas Martin and Dalen Wilson back deep for the Kingsmen, ready to receive from inside the 5 with 3:15 to go. Hector Gonzalez throwing more and more on that Kingsman bench, and you wonder if they're going to put him in. Nice kick from the lefty. It backs Wilson all the way up to the end zone. He fields it and takes a knee. A little bit of a cumbersome kick. And indeed, it's going to be Hector Gonzalez, the backup quarterback, coming in for the Kingsmen. So Nick Lasher's day is done. Lasher with not one of his traditional days, but however, he didn't give up an interception. He almost gave up one. Mike McDonald almost picked off Lasher, is now Hector Gonzalez. With one game under his belt, 39 yards, 1 touchdown, 5 for 7. He entered the game against Whittier last week, in which the Kingsmen won 45-0. First down and 10 from the 25. Gonzalez sends Jones into motion. Gonzalez takes the snap, steps up. Gonzalez takes off with it himself, gets a block across the 35, across the 40, out of bounds at the 42. And Hector Gonzalez picks up a first down for the Kingsmen. Now a couple of backups in for the Kingsmen. A bit of a vocal interaction there with one of the new running backs that is on the field for the Kingsmen. It's Kanan Chandler. Chandler in the backfield with Hector Gonzalez. Shimomura in as well. Jones and Faison Knight in the far side. Gonzalez fumbled with the snap. He takes it back, has time, and there's a hold on the Kingsmen. This is a free play as Gonzalez goes down. Big hold there, and it was an obvious one. Max Bahu. And it's going to push the Kingsmen back 10 yards. If the Redlands Bulldogs elect to take the penalty, because if this is a sack, the penalty is going to be declined and the clock is going to run, and that's what the Redlands bench is signaling. And the penalty is declined. So if I'm not mistaken, the clock is going to run. Indeed it is. 2:30 to go in a 3-touchdown game. Kingsman just trying to not get hurt here. So Gonzalez already picking up a first down with his legs on second down at about 17. Takes the low snap, drops back. Gonzalez throws to Shimomura at the 45. Shimomura looking for a block, brought down at the 41. 3 flags come in. It's going to be a face mask or a horse collar, either or. It's going to be a first down for the Kingsmen making the tackle. The penalty-driven tackle is Jaden Michaels for Redlands. And it's only 2 minutes and 8 seconds left on the clock, but it is taking some time. But the more lengthy ends to a game, the duration of the game only 2 hours and 24. So offsetting penalties is the call on the field. So now with 2 minutes and 5 seconds, the clock is going to keep on running. Gonzalez in the backfield, Kanan Chandler. Chandler in the backfield and just 3 receivers set. Redlands leaving their starters on the field for the defensive front. Gonzalez takes the snap. Gonzalez with plenty of time, airs one out. Kanan Chandler takes the reception across the 40, breaks a tackle at the 41, taking some big hits, and something the Kingsmen don't want to see is another offensive lineman down. Penalty marker on the field again with 1:37 to go. It looks like it's Ryan Kircher, the right tackle, that is hurt, and he's able to get up on his own willpower. So on the same drive, Max Bahu is hit with a penalty. And Ryan Kircher is actually going to leave the field, head to the bench. And this is where it gets a little sloppy as far as the clock. Clock officially running. They're signaling it to run, and it is not run yet. And there it goes. 1:30 to go in regulation. Redlands coming into Thousand Oaks and getting the victory over the Kingsmen, who had a 3-game winning streak. Gonzalez takes the snap. Hand off to Chandler. Chandler able to get to the 21-yard line. Kingsmen with no timeouts left. So it's now 3rd down and long, as the Kingsmen probably have just 1 or 2 more plays or elect just to run this thing out. 33 seconds on the play clock, and the spectators are already starting to stand up. So 3 home games down on the season, 2 more to go for the Kingsmen. 3 receivers set, 2 near side. Gonzalez takes the snap, and he's in trouble. Gonzalez roaming to his left, throws to the middle of the field. Shimamura makes the catch at the 30, and that's where he's brought down. It's going to be a gain of about 10, and this game is going to be over as the play clock has more time than the game clock. And the Kingsmen will see if they run another play. It looks like they may not. 25 seconds to go. Fourth and 22, the official marking on the field. And the Redlands Bulldogs are going to advance to 1-5. The Kingsmen are going to fall to 3-3. Their winning streak is snapped. The Bulldogs get the trophy again, the Smudge Pot Trophy. They get to keep their colors on it for this year. The Kingsmen fall to 7-16 with zeros on the clock. 7-16 against Redlands in the 21st century. Sloppy game in the first half. A couple of nice drives from the Kingsmen, but no dice. They fall to Redlands by a final score of 35-14. On behalf of all of our crew at ICLU Radio, Kyle Tamkin, our chief officer, and Liv Charbonneau, our graphics designer, I'm Logan Sanfranco saying good night. We will see you later, and now we're going to actually give you a little bit of a play-by-play as we have the Smudge Pot Trophy get presented at midfield. Well, I talked about it in the first quarter as we're listening to public address announcer Jim Carlisle. So Redlands officially getting presented the trophy at midfield. 35-14 the final. We'll officially say goodbye.